The importance of the water resources sector in human life cannot be overemphasized, as it remains dynamic. The strategic position of the sector in Nigeria's socio-economic development has made the Buhari administration place high priority in executing projects in the sector under the Federal Ministry of Water Resources, with the appointments of the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Hussaini Adamu, in year 2015. As a round peg in a round hole, he went about reinvigorating and revitalizing the sector to enable it to deliver extensively on its mandate and refocus the ministry towards ensuring that the country meets not only its developmental requirements but the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by the year 2030. A water resources roadmap was instituted by the Honorable Minister to guide the process of revitalizing the ministry. A major component of the reform process is the repositioning, professionalization, and revitalizing the river basin authorities. The Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority is one of the 12 river basins established under Decree No. 25 of 1976 and amended by Decree No. 35 of 1987, with a catchment area of approximately 257,606 km². The authority's operational area covers 9 senatorial districts comprising of Adamawa Central and Southern Senatorial Districts, Bauchi South Senatorial District, the whole of Gombe and Taraba states in northeastern Nigeria. The vision of the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority is the provision of water for multi-purpose uses within its area of jurisdiction and a mission of strategic objectives for exploration, exploitation, conservation of water in a sustainable manner within the context of the National Water Resources Master Plan, brilliantly initiated by the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu.
2 weeks into coming into office, I organized a retreat, invited major stakeholders in the water sector to chat a way forward. And we came up with what we call the Water Sector Roadmap 2016 to 2030. We came up with a 15-year program to revitalize the water resources sector. And that's what we'll be working on. It involves quite a lot of things, instituting all the necessary policies and legal frameworks and legislation to move the sector forward, prioritizing and completing all the strategic and important projects that we thought would have a major impact on the people that we are working on, revitalizing the river basin development authorities, developing a new program for irrigation. We have now a 15-year national irrigation program. We also decided to, as a matter of strategy, find alternative ways of funding water resources projects. Of course, also our efforts are in transboundary issues. We dealing with the obligations of the Niger Basin Authority, the Lake Chad Basin Commission, and other international organizations. We have also pursued that vigorously.
The authority has a well-trained personnel at the headquarters, area offices, and project sites, with national and international reputation, who have been involved in project conceptualization, studies, and design and implementation of World Bank trimming irrigation, UNIDO ICSHP, USAID sponsor studies, and design of hydropower projects, new map, bathymetric survey of Benue River, and the National Water Resources Master Plan. The Managing Director of Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority is Engineer A.H. Moazu, Fellow, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow, Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. A seasoned engineer, hydrologist, and consummate administrator. He speaks further on the significant milestones of his agency.
Upon coming into office, I gave priority to revitalizing our mandate projects that were existing since the establishment of the organization in January 1976. When the organization was established specifically for harnessing and development of water resources infrastructure, especially irrigated agriculture, for sustenance of the teeming populations of the country. The priority was to revitalize those area offices and project offices, and then expand the existing irrigation projects in those areas, provide a conducive working environment for the personnel, motivate them, and also engage in community projects whereby farmers can be assisted to conduct their own irrigation within their own farmlands by drilling tube wells, providing them with water pumps, and also provision of farm roads so that farmers can evacuate their produce at the end of the irrigation season.
Among the numerous accomplishments of the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority is the completion and maintenance of the Dadinkowa Multipurpose Dam and Irrigation Project located in Gombe State. About the third largest dam in Nigeria, the Dadinkowa Dam has about 2.8 billion cubic meter storage capacity of water. It is designed to provide these services: to irrigate 44,000 hectares gross, to generate 40 megawatts of electricity, approximately 259 GWh per year, to produce 20,000 tons of fish annually, to provide raw water to Gombe regional water supply, about 50 million liters per day installed capacity, to serve as flood control downstream to Kiri Dam along Gongola River confluence with Benue River at Numan, recreational and restoration of biodiversity. Other milestones in the project include powerhouse for the 40 megawatt hydroelectric power completed in 2020, generating power into national grid, ready for commissioning. 2,000 hectares of land for irrigation by gravity under construction by World Bank Trimming Project. 40 hectares pilot irrigation scheme established with 2 numbers solar-powered irrigation pumps at Garin Rafi on the minor irrigation upstream of reservoir. About 10,050 farming families gainfully employed under minor irrigation schemes. Over 470 tons of grains equivalent produced annually. 4,118 hectares are being cultivated under minor irrigation scheme at Dadinkowa Dam drawback area, with about 28,826 tons of grains equivalent produced annually. Through partnership with RIFAN, CBN and Anchor Bearer scheme, 200 hectares being cultivated under rain-fed.
This Dadinkowa Dam was conceived, constructed and commissioned by the 15th of June 1988 by the then President General Ibrahim Badamos Babangida. The dam has a multi-purpose use of irrigation, water supply to Gombe and Environs, hydropower generation. The futures of this dam is one of the largest dam in terms of volume, third largest now in terms of volume. The gross volume of this dam is 2.8 billion cubic meters of water at a normal level of 247 meters above sea level. And then the live storage, that is the usable amount of water you can use on this reservoir is 1.77 billion cubic meters of water, which is the one that both electricity, irrigation and water supply can tap from.
Gaskiya dam ɗin daɗin kuwa muna samun fa'ida sosai saboda ana su akwai masunta suna shiga su kama kifi, mu kuma muna zuwa mu ne irin 'yan bankwai masu mu saya, mu ma mu je mu sayar kuma mu samu abinci mu sayar da mu ciyar da iyalanmu.
Muna amfana matuƙa da wannan ruwa. Inda muka gane cewa lalle muna amfana saboda in mun yi dubi da takwarorinmu makwabtanmu wanda ba su da irin makamancin wannan dam ɗin suna wahala, ba sa samun isasshen noma da damuna, ba sa samun wurin noman rani, to amma mu Allah ya wadata mu da shi sakamakon kafuwan wannan dam da aka mana a Dadin Kowa.
Tsakani da Allah mu ba abin da za mu ce gwamnati sai godiya, don noman rani din yana taimakawa saboda ana nomen nan za ka samu wani lokaci za ga yana rage aikin yi. So sakon da muke son mu bayar kamar yadda aka zo ana mana aiki na trimming din nan, muna son Allah Ubangiji ya sa a zo a kammala shi lafiya.
Another milestone achievement is the Kiri Dam and irrigation, Adamawa State. Dam constructed in 1982 for irrigation of 12,000 hectares, Savannah Sugar Company, now Dangote Sugar Company. Achievements: dam completed in 1982, 615 million metric ton storage capacity. Main canal, 13.5 kilometers length constructed. 6.0 kilometers length canal lined. 7.5 kilometers length on line canal maintained annually. 16,000 hectares Savannah sugar plantation provided with irrigation water. About 150,000 tons of sugarcane produced annually. Over 120,000 jobs created. Fishing development enhanced. About 12,000 tons of fish harvested by local fishermen annually. Adamawa State in partnership with American firm to produce 25 megawatt electricity at planning stage.
Kiri Dam has a capacity of about 615 million cubic meters of water. We have water all year round for irrigation purpose, and the design inflow of the dam is designed to take in water worth 4,250 cubic meters per second and a design outflow of 4,000 cubic meters per second. Now we try to regulate the water within the normal top water level at 170.5 meters to the lowest drawdown at 167.5 meters of water at the reservoir.
We need the Kiri Dam, and it's very useful to our plantation. And as a matter of fact, okay, we use on our peak period, that is the peak of dry season, nearly 23 to 24 million meter cube per month. Okay, of course in the rainy season we just reduce it because we have the rain, but it is very important.
In ka laga tarunka ba ka rasa irin na makwai hudu, biyar, tara, goma. Taru, raga kana samu kugiya kamar yau ma 5,000 na samu a kugiya. Kaga sai godiya muna samu gaskiya.
Muna samu amfani. Idan masuntan mu sun yi hako, muna sayan kifi. Idan mun saya, muna sawa wuta, mu siyar, muna samu dan abin da zamu biya bukata.
The Cham Dam Project, Gombe State. Among the numerous achievements of the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority is construction of the Cham Dam and irrigation project in Balanga local government area of Gombe State. The work involves reconstruction of the dam embankment and irrigation scheme development. It also includes the construction of the spillway and access road. The spillway is completed while work on the dam is 90% completed. Reservoir already impounded. Achievements: it serves as water detention for flood control. Development of irrigation scheme for the surrounding communities in progress.
We have about 5.6 million cubic meters of water that is lying in the reservoir that is potentially to be used for irrigation downstream of the dam. Presently, the works are still ongoing with about 78.9% completion on the embankment and other components of the dam. The spillway is 100% completed, and if you go to that side, you can see that the spillway is working effectively.
Wire Dam Hydropower and Irrigation Project, Bauchi State. The Wire Dam is an earth-filled dam located about 25 kilometers from Bauchi town in Bauchi State. It has a total storage capacity of over 30 million meter cube. The aim of the project is to encourage the development and provision of small hydropower projects to meet the energy requirements of rural communities who do not have access to power supply from the national grid. This is expected to stimulate economic activities and improve the standard of living of the communities. In addition, it is used for irrigation, fisheries, development as well as augmentation of water supply to Bauchi metropolis. Achievements: dam completed, 37 million meter cube storage capacity, small hydropower component, 150 kilowatts installed in collaboration with UNIDO, with 7 communities benefiting: Kimni, Giliri, Rumde, and Makira. 45 hectares pilot irrigation scheme developed. 309 tons of grains equivalent produced annually. 151 farming families gainfully employed. About 675 jobs created. Yola Irrigation, Lake Gairo Project, Adamawa State. This was designed to irrigate 1,200 hectares at Lake Gairo near Jimeta metropolis. Achievements: 286 hectares fully under irrigation, 233 hectares being cultivated under rainfed. Over 924 tons of grains equivalent produced annually. Over 496 farming families gainfully employed. About 1,980 jobs created. Kaltungo Earth Dam, Gombe State. The dam constructed for water supply and flood control. Achievements: 21 million metric cubic storage capacity, dam completed in 2015. Water supply component under construction. Lower Taraba Irrigation, Taraba State. Designed to irrigate 38,000 hectares around Gassol and Mutumbiu in Taraba State. By construction of a barrage at Tella and 35-kilometer length conveyance canal. Achievements: 9-kilometer length of protection bond constructed. Over 3,000 hectares developed under rain-fed cultivation by the communities. 250 hectares developed for irrigation. 10 hectares of orchard established. Over 11,550 hectares of land allocated to commercial farmers by Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Water Resources. Over 31,000 tons of grains equivalent produced annually. Establishment of Songhai Model Farm. The authority established Songhai Model Farm at Talum, Adamawa, Ruwan Sanyi, Gombe, Waya, Bauchi, and Gassol, Taraba States. The scheme is designed to increase food security, animal husbandry, fisheries, and empowerment of graduate youth within the authority's area of jurisdiction. Achievements: Talum, Adamawa State, 40 hectares of land developed for solar-powered irrigation. 6 numbers F pond rehabilitated at Talum for fish farming. 1,000 hectares allocated to commercial under public-private partnership PPP arrangement. 100 hectare sprinkler irrigation under construction. Waya, Bauchi State. 5 hectares orchard developed. 10 numbers fish ponds constructed. Ruwan Sanyi, Gombe State. 6 hectares orchard developed. 300-meter canal constructed. Project vehicle provided. 50 hectare sprinkler irrigation under construction. Gasol, Taraba State. Poultry house constructed. Fish ponds constructed. 5 hectares of land developed. Handy slashers supplied. It is worthy of note that the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority embarked on construction of water supply schemes within its catchment areas. Significant water supply schemes for semi-urban and villages were completed at various locations within the operational area as follows. Adamawa State, from 2016 to 2021, number of solar-powered and motorized borehole, 184, beneficiaries, 92,000. Hand pump borehole, 1,141, with 342,300 beneficiaries. Taraba State, from 2016 to 2021, solar-powered and motorized borehole, 41, with 20,500 beneficiaries. Hand pump borehole, 536, with 160,800 beneficiaries. Gombe State, from 2016 to 2021, semi-urban schemes, 5, with 50,000 beneficiaries. Solar-powered and motorized borehole, 220, with 110,000 beneficiaries. Hand pump borehole, 271, with 81,300 beneficiaries. Bauchi State, 2016 to 2021, solar-powered and motorized borehole, 314, with 157,000 beneficiaries. Hand pump borehole, 403, with 120,900 beneficiaries. In summary, total semi-urban, 5, with 50,000 beneficiaries. Total solar and motorized borehole, 759, with 379,500 beneficiaries. Total hand pump borehole, 2,351, with 705,300 beneficiaries. Grand total, 3,115 projects, with 1,134,800 beneficiaries.
Rural and semi-urban water supply schemes. Since establishment of the organization, we have drilling machines and a team that goes to places whereby we have projects to provide these services as part of community social responsibility. But presently, the federal government is providing money through members of National Assembly, federal constituencies and senatorial projects for drilling of solar-powered boreholes, hand pump boreholes at various locations. Apart from our own intervention through our own capital appropriation, underground water development, we also drill boreholes to communities within the catchment areas where we have projects.
Ongoing construction project by the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority. The authority has a number of ongoing construction works as follows. Reconstruction of Cham Dam and irrigation. Construction has reached 80% completion. Dugwaba Dam. Construction have reached 35% completion. Mararabandonga Dam. Construction has reached 30% completion. Belel Dam and water supply, construction has reached 25% completion. Hydrometeorological activities. From inception in 1976, the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority has about 68 water gauging stations for collection, computation and analysis of hydromet data, which is published in form of yearbooks and digital data form. This has helped in monitoring and maintaining water levels through the stations along the River Benue and its tributaries. to aid discharge and cross-sectional measurement on the river Benue and its tributaries. The authority has 2 automatic weather stations in 2017 donated by the Adamawa State University, installed at Yola and Kiri Dam to enhance collaboration and research on data for the planning processes. The authority also procured and installed a Davis Vantage automatic weather station at Dadinkowa Dam in 2019. Additional 3 numbers were procured and installed at Gembu, Gasol, and Bauchi in 2019. Furthermore, an acoustic Doppler current profiler (ADCP) automated discharge measuring equipment as well as fiber board were procured by the authority for the hydrology units. The basin has extensive potentials for future development, and these include: apart from Benue River, which is one of the 2 major rivers in the country, the authority's operational area is drained by 8 rivers, namely Mayo Inne, Mayo Belwa, Kilange, Taraba, Donga, and Suntai on the southern bank, and Pai and Gongula on the northern bank. Feasibility studies carried out revealed that within the operational area of this authority, water resources potential exists to the tune of 55.5 billion cubic meters. To harness these potentials, a dam is required at each of the following locations: Dasin Hausa, Mayo Inne, Kilange, Dindima, Bagel, Gembu, Suntai, and Barage at Tela. Erosion and flood control projects. In the area of flood control and erosion, the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority has recorded the following milestones. Gombe State, about 4.5 km reinforced concreted line drainage channel at Tudunwada Shamiki Ward, Gombe, 2019 to 2022. 2.5 km Jankai Bubayero Primary School, Dawaki Ward, Gombe State, Capital, 2020 to 2022. 5 km Duku Erosion and Flood Control Projects, 2018 to 2019, Duku Town. Small F dams at Gobia, Bogoro, Tafao Balewa local government area of Bauchi State. 2016 to 2021, approximately 30 million cubic meters. Ledde Zange Small F Dam, Duku local government area for domestic and livestock development. 10 million cubic meters, 2018 to 2021. Rehabilitation of 5 existing small F dams at Bauchi and Gombe states for minor irrigation and livestock, 2019 to 2021.
In almost all the state capitals, in Yola here this year we have 1 erosion control project to be constructed, and Gombe is just like another Anambra state in the north because it's located on a sandy unconsolidated formation with so many streams and gullies that were developed as a result of deforestation and desertification. So in the 80s there were a lot of erosion and flood control projects that were funded by Ecological Fund, but now the authority is funding 2 erosion and flood control projects in Gombe town, and we have done 1 in Duku local government headquarters.
PWASH, the Partnership for Expanded Water Supply, Sanitation and Hygiene, PWASH, is a national collaboration for the improvement of access to water supply and sanitation in Nigeria through a structured multi-sector partnership. PWASH is designed to build on previous efforts and complement existing water supply and sanitation strategies by instituting a coordination and prioritization framework for project delivery. The Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority was able to achieve a lot by establishing a P-wash decks in 2019 and constructed 15 numbers of P-wash model toilets with attached boreholes across the 9 senatorial districts. 4 number in Adamawa, 3 number in Bauchi, 5 number in Gombe, and 3 number in Taraba states. All these projects were executed according to P-wash standard.
We really appreciate the Afar Basic Development Authority for building this toilet and water here in Ngombono Primary School. Definitely, before then, we don't have a source of water like this. In fact, so that I must to express my gratitude to them for building it, because we have about more than 4,000 people in this school. Before then, our people are suffering of water and the toilet. But because of that, we really appreciate and express our gratitude to the Upper Basic Benue.
The toilet constructed in Adamawa State include Wuru House Primary Health Care Center and Maternity, Yola Town, toilet and rehabilitation of boreholes, Damari Primary School, Yola Town, and a new solar-powered boreholes, Government Girls Secondary School, Yola, with rehabilitation of borehole, General Murtala Muhammad College, Yola, with new solar-powered borehole, Bauchi State, Government Girls Secondary School, Bauchi, with new solar-powered borehole, Government Secondary School, Angwang, Borno, Bauchi, with new solar-powered borehole, Government Secondary School, Salemanga, Bauchi, with new solar-powered borehole, drilling and installation of 2 number hand pump boreholes, Gombe State, Government Science Secondary School, Gombe, with rehabilitation of borehole, Tudunwada Primary School, Gombe, with rehabilitation of borehole, Zainab Bukachua Health Center, Gombe, with new solar-powered borehole, Primary Health Center, Kagarawal, Gombe, with new solar-powered borehole, Vocational Training Center, Gombe, with new solar-powered borehole, Taraba State, Muhammad Inya Primary School, Jalingo, with new solar-powered borehole, Turaki A Maternity, Jalingo, with new solar-powered borehole, Government Day Secondary School, Mal, Gabadu, Jalingo, with new solar-powered borehole.
I want to appreciate the Upper Benue programs that they come and cited a water project in our facility. This water project they've cited here, they've gotten a place where we are having water from where they dig. The water in this place is helping the facility. In fact, it's the only water that doesn't stop. It's helping the facility all the time if there is solar, if there is light, sunshine.
The P-wash model toilet constructed by the authority within its catchments of 9 senatorial districts are 15 with attached boreholes powered by solar system. Indeed, the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority has provided an enabling environment for the creation of jobs for thousands of people in many communities in its catchment area, in line with the targets of the Buhari administration. It is the main hub of economic activity in the area. There is no doubt that with sustained encouragement, the Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority will continue to transform the socio-economic development of the area.